Hey guys, welcome to my stream. I want to start it off by thanking you guys for tuning in to my last two streams. I really appreciate it. It's really motivated me to do more live streams. So thank you guys so much, and I hope um, you guys enjoyed the streams. Um, like I've said previously, I will open up discussions and talk about um, talk about things we want to talk about. And if nobody's in the live, I'll just wait for people to come in so we can have discussions. That's why I go live, is to have these discussions. So, hey, welcome to my stream. So, I want to open up the conversation for um, Fantastic Four. Now, I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to see it Friday. I mean, sorry, tomorrow's Friday. I'm going to see it Saturday. So Saturday, I'm going to see it. Um, so if you've seen it, I don't really want to hear too many spoilers, but I do want to hear your thoughts and overall opinions on the film. So yeah, I wanted to open up discussion. Uh, as my poll says, have you is Fantastic Four good? I'm super excited to see it. I've already watched and read a lot of reviews, and they're overwhelmingly positive, more so than Superman. And because even though Superman had a really good score and rating and is making decent money, um, doing the research and looking at everything, I saw like it was still really divisive, and I wasn't getting all that divisiveness with Fantastic Four. And also, like, there's some very harsh like reviewers that like it seemed almost impossible that these reviewers would enjoy the film, but actually they actually liked it, you know. So yeah, one of them in particular, I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking that he's gonna hate the film, but but it actually surprised me. So when you get those, it's like, okay, this film is gonna be different than Superman. And if you want to know my thoughts on Superman, the more in depth, I do have it out on my channel. I have my Superman review. Um, I did I did give it a 6.7 out of 10, and that was being very generous. I think I did put do a Rotten Tomato score, and that was like 2.5. So like over time, it kind of got lower because it's like I don't feel like seeing it again, and just that's my opinion. And I want um, what game am I from? Wait, what? So yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, I want to know what you guys think. Also, my poll has 6 votes in. If it's Fantastic Four a good movie, please let me know. Vote 7 votes. It's 86% for Fantastic Four. 14% say no, so that's looking good. Um, like I said, guys, I want to know what you guys think overall. Like, more um, give me more of your thoughts. I don't want too many. Like, I don't want like spoilers or anything. But if you've seen the movie, I can't wait to see it on Saturday, and I'll let you guys know what I think when I go see it. But yeah, guys, just let me know your overall thoughts. What worked in the movie, what things stood out, and all that. So yeah. Danny. Yeah, I think I have really good feelings about it. Now, I will say there was a time, um, in the marketing. So before Superman come out, I was kind of feeling similar. Like, if you don't know my thoughts before Superman came out, I wasn't I wasn't excited for it, but I wanted to make my review and I wanted to let you guys know what I thought. So I did that. Um, I I just wasn't I wasn't feeling the vibe. I wasn't feeling the the excitement at all. And Fantastic Four wasn't far behind that. I was, the first half of the marketing, or maybe a little more, was pretty, average and not really getting me excited until I I saw some of the clips and some of the little clips and the behind the scenes, and we got a good look at Galactus. That's what threw my excitement over the edge because I was like, wow, okay, so it looks like we're gonna get something very interesting and detailed and different and visually astonishing and Fantastic Four. Once I saw, more of the film that they released, like in clips and featurettes. So once I saw that, okay, nah, man, I'm not having none of that. Um, okay. Um, okay. just letting you know, guys. Um, I I don't want um any hate speech in my chats is not tolerated. I'm not tolerating that. I don't want that here. All this, um, you know, that's not what I want this live stream or my channel to revolve around. So if you just know that if you come in here and you're talking all this crazy stuff, I'm not putting up with that. But if you want to have good conversations and um, I'm definitely down for that. So just letting y'all know, I'm not putting up with that. So we are at 75% for Fantastic Four being good. 25% say no. So overall, we're still looking good on that poll. Um, yeah, guys, if you're just getting in, just yeah, go ahead and uh, vote in the poll. Let me know what y'all think, and uh, anything you guys want to bring up, let me know and talk about. Please feel free to hit me up. All right, so going to see, yeah. So um, as you can see, um, I brought my bodyguard behind me. So if any of y'all act a fool, you gotta deal with this guy right here. Um, you gotta deal with him. So, and by the way, if y'all have anything y'all wanna discuss, let me know. I have my poll up, so that starts a conversation on my poll. So please vote in my poll. But also, if you guys wanna talk about something, just leave a comment and we can have a discussion. Like I said, please you know, no hate speech, no stuff like that. I want to keep this stream um, stream clean. So any racial stuff and anything like that, I will report it, and I'm not dealing with any of that in my stream. Just to let y'all know, like I said, uh, if y'all have any issues, talk to this guy right here. Talk to him. All right. So, by the way, how are you guys doing tonight? Um, and guys, please let me know if you guys seen Fantastic Four. Please let me know and let me know what you think. You know, no spoilers, not just for me, but for people who haven't seen it. Out of respect, give me your opinions if you guys seen it. Um, so we want to keep it, spoiler free. I know people post. I've been getting. Watch out if you haven't seen it. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to see it Saturday. But watch out on YouTube and social media because they are leaking like crazy. And for some reason they're not. You'd think they'd be on top of it, but they're not. Uh, they're not cracking down on the leaked footage. So that's going around crazy. Like I've kind of been spoiled a good bit, but it doesn't really bother me as much, but still, it can bother people. So I just want to give y'all a heads up. But yeah, I'll give you Anthony Plays. Um, Shout out to Anthony Plays. Uh, how you doing tonight? Um, and just to let you know, I'm not having my phone up like this because last time I ran out of battery really fast, and I don't want the stream to shut down until I'm ready. So just letting you guys know, this is my. I have a pad charger. That's my pad charger because my cord doesn't work, so I have to set it down flat so I can't like plug it in and do it like this. I apologize, but that's how we're gonna do the stream. All right. Yeah, Anthony. I'm doing good. Um, it's been uh, it's been good, but hey, thank you for um, give me your feedback. I'm trying to get more people, not just in my stream, but I want the reason I started doing more streams, and I gave it some time because I did some test runs a while back, and they weren't doing too great. But like I did two streams on two separate nights, like last night and then the night before, and one of them's like 72 views and the one's like 85. So that's a huge improvement. And if you watch the beginning of my stream once it ends, um, I thank you guys a lot for um, checking out my stream and my channel, and let me know what you guys think. So that's what it's all about. Having a discussion. That's why I want to do these streams so we can have these talks. And I appreciate the ones that there's been a few of you guys that come check in, and I've seen some of y'all be active, and that's what I want to be. I want this to be interactive, and I don't want just people just you know coming in here to be entertained by me because that's not the style my thing. So I've been saying this a lot. Um, the way my stream is gonna work is if you guys come in and I'll put a poll. I usually put a poll out, and you guys can interact and vote, and we can talk about that, and we can also talk about things that you guys want to discuss, and have an interactive experience. When there's less people in the chat, or when there's no people in the chat, sorry, um, that's when I'm just gonna say, hey, I'm gonna wait for people to come in, and I might go silent, but that's just how I'm going to do it. So, um, did did you see the trailer for Five Nights at Freddy 2? I have not. I've not seen the trailer. Is it good? Did you enjoy it? Let's see. Sorry. Uh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm gonna have to do so. I also do trailer reviews. I don't do reactions, and um, I, I'm not. I'm not gonna do a make a reaction channel, but I do trailer reviews, and I need to put up mine for the Mortal Kombat 2 because that looks great. And the best part of that Mortal Kombat was the last like minute was awesome. So um did you see the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer? That looks a lot better. Even though the first movie was mixed, it was probably like the best Mortal Kombat thing, live action thing, was isn't saying much. That's like people saying, some people are like, oh yeah, it's the best Fantastic Four, live action movie, which isn't saying much because the last ones, got 9%. The last one got 9% on Rotten Tomatoes. The other two got 27 and 36. So not saying too much, but overall, I do think it's not just gonna be like a little better. From all the research and reviews I watched, it seemed like it's gonna be overwhelmingly positive for the most part. So that's good to hear. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. It's your opinion. Um, I'm always an advocate for like being able to have discussions with people with different opinions and not have it be childish and if possible. So you know I think that's always the best way to go about it. But and let's see. So we're at 9 votes in my poll. 78% for Fantastic Four being good, and 22% say no. So we're looking good there. you know, that's interesting you say that, Anthony. You're going to be one of the best toy reviewers in trade. You know, um, I just recently started doing so. I have to tell you, like, um, that's why my channel's Chino Movie. It's not movie reviews because it's not just reviews. I wanna like, I'm broadening my channel in a way like, so movie squad means like makes it broader so I can do more things like that. I can do um, you know movie reviews and also like trailer reviews. I can do updates on movies and TV shows. I just keep it all in the same ballpark and talk about it. So that's kind of how I got started with that. Now with Galactus, with Fantastic Four toy, the that right there, that shot of the image of Galactus right there is from the Hot Toy, and I will say, um, I know there's a lot of toy reviewers, and I've actually seen some of those videos are pretty cool. Personally, I will say I've never been like a Hot Toy action figure collector, or then I've never done really videos like that before. But this, when I saw, I won't lie, like when I saw this image of Galactus for the Hot Toy and how detailed it looks and how cool they made Galactus look, it got me extremely excited to talk about it, and more excited for the way more excited for the movie. And that just looks awesome. It makes me want to buy the action figure. And even though I never really collect action figures, but come on, like to me, that looks amazing. And I talked about in my videos about how like detailed like look how detailed and cool it looks. From doing a cloud version of Galactus, this is like um, a million times better. This is like the best you could probably do, in my opinion. It looks great because one of the biggest problems I had with the Superman movie is is the visuals, the visual look, the aesthetic, you know, how it looks played a big part. And I think for a lot of people, they say, oh, take all that out. It's really about the characters and story. It is as well. I do think you have to have both. I think you need to incorporate great visuals as well, and that complements like the way you tell your story. So, in my opinion, um, this looks how you would want Galactus to look on live action. This is how you translate when the argument when people say, "Oh, well, Superman was comic accurate," he had the red trunk. I'm like, just because it was comic accurate doesn't mean it's gonna translate well as a movie. It's not gonna grab um, comic movie fans, and even you can be a comic fan and still think it doesn't work, and that's just your opinion. And all this like just this hate about about all that is just is stupid to me. And I don't really like all that. But I'm really excited, and that's coming from somebody. Like I said, I thought initially like Superman wasn't looking good, and this wasn't looking too great either. It's like it looked. A lot of my issues with Superman was like it just seemed like kind of you know, too average, too mediocre. Yes, it had a great. I did say it had a great message from Superman. Like it had like you know he's supposed to give hope and all that, and like they make him very personable, and that's a good thing. However, for me, like it didn't translate well on screen, and that's just my. And I wanted to like I didn't go into it wanting to hate it. I wanted to enjoy it. I wanted to have a good time. And while there were moments in the film that like I enjoyed overall, you know, I thought it was overstuffed with too many characters shoehorned in that they made the lousy excuse saying, "Oh, we're gonna just have these characters already existing, and that's gonna fix all of our problems," without introducing them the right way and letting you kind of build up these characters and connections. I think that's the better way to do it always. So, in my opinion, that's another reason it didn't work. So, like I said, um, I do want to kind of keep the focus on Fantastic Four, but I do also want you guys to know like my thoughts with Superman, etc. So, yeah, let me know what y'all think. Like I said, I want to keep this as interactive, and I want to know um, what y'all think about all this and more. Yeah, I was, I was just thinking about that. How I was thinking about this action figure right here. I was like, yo, that's probably not cheap at all. That's not like a kid. That's not like a kid's toy. You buy for a 4 year old or even 12-year old. Not any children. Like, look, like something like that. Like, yeah, a grown ass man is gonna buy that for sure. Like, a grown ass man is gonna pay a lot of money for that, and they should. Cause look, I mean, if you're getting that quality, yeah, I'll put some, put some money into that. That's because you know, and if you like, you know, um, comic book stuff like that, having something not just like action figure, but something like that will um, that will just look great in your in your home. Just be a cool background for like a video or something. That's what that came in mind is like that could be cool. Like instead of this, as cool as this is, like having the real thing in the background, just kind of sitting there, like a lot of YouTubers do, and I think that's actually pretty cool. Like, although I don't really have a, studio set up and all that yet, but we'll see what happens later on. So, yeah. All right. So, okay, cool. Yeah, let me know. Let me know, Anthony. Movie tours. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That could be cool. Um, honestly, to be honest, like I wasn't too into that stuff until I saw this. Like I wasn't. I don't know. Like there were some ones that looked good, but like for some reason, this one really stuck out to me because I think it stems from that argument of like, oh, some people saying, they want to look just like the comic, but for me, like, you need to translate it. He doesn't look just, I mean, he's inspired by the comics, but, just because it's comic accurate doesn't mean, like I said, it's going to translate well, and this kind of, um, incorporates everything I want to see in a comic book movie film. Not a comic book or a cartoon, but actual live action because I will admit, I knew of Galactus. I always seen him in the comics. Like, he even looked really weird in the comics. I didn't, he looked goofy. He didn't really. I mean, yeah, you knew he was all powerful, and he was he's like the most powerful, not just in Marvel, but I watched a lot of verse battles on YouTube, and Galactus like has been like winning, like in fans' opinions against like even like the biggest DC or other characters like Darkseid and so. But having a good like a great look really helps enhance um, the film, and I think that's important, and I think that's what James Gunn was lacking. Um, and I do think you can make a more silly, goofy tone work, but also to me, like DC is supposed to be a little darker, right? It's like the opposite. I think people are saying this one is more darker, less jokes, which is great because that's more not just because it's my style, which it is, but I'm open to other tones. It's just I want it done right, and to me, I've explained like why it just wasn't done the way I like it, and I respect other people's opinions that think differently. That's the difference. Like I don't, hate on people that hated or loved what I didn't. So that's what I think we need to understand and respect people's opinions. Because if we don't, then it's just gonna be stupid chaos. And by the way, I just want to appreciate you for um, having these conversations. I have noticed there's been a few of you guys that's really helped keep my stream alive when nobody else was. So this helps me um, keep the stream going. So okay, yeah, I appreciate it, Anthony. Thank you. You are the top. It says I like how it says on here. I don't know if you ever gone live on YouTube, but it says your top fans, the crown, and you click on it. It has all your top. So I think last time I got to like it was like 10 people, but right now it's 4. So we're at a steady 4 people. But Anthony, you are number one with 75 XP, and I'm still learning. I'm still learning this stream. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that does. And I've had some of y'all say, "Hey, how do I donate or send a super chat?" I can't do that yet. I still have to build my channel and meet the requirements and goals for YouTube. But I really appreciate that thought for some of y'all that want to donate and send a super chat or whatever. So I appreciate that. So we'll just have to work towards it. But yeah, this doing more live streams um, has been really fun. By the way, for a while I wasn't doing them because like I just like okay, I think I need to build my channel more. I wasn't really getting anybody, and like it was like a handful of people, and now 2 streams that I've done. Um, One of them did 72, and the latest one did 85. So that's getting like a lot better. So thank you guys for tuning in. Um, I hope my streams aren't too boring. Um, I want some like to know your feedback too, like anything that can improve. Like I said, I do think once it like if it dies down, I'm just gonna kind of wait until it picks back up. So there might be moments that might go a little silent, but I'm still here, and I'll do my best to try to keep engaging if there's people in there that I don't know that are here. So just to let you guys know, and I want to see how far we can get with this poll. And guys, let me know if you have any suggestions for any polls um, that you guys want to do that you're interested in. Please let me know, and I will do it. So um, we'll see what we got. All right, so it looks like getting some more people come in. All right, so but Anthony, you still there? Let's see. Um, as of right now, I do not have any comics. I used to actually, I went to a local comic shop. Like, this had to be like at least, at least 6, 7, probably 8, more like 8 years ago. I went to a comic shop and got a lot of comics, and they're in great condition because most of the comic book shops you go to have the comics and the protective sleeves, and I had them in great condition. I think I got rid of them or donated them, but I haven't recently got any more comics. So no, I don't have any comics right now. What about you, Anthony? Do you have any comics that you're reading and that you enjoy right now? Let's see here. Okay, what you reading right now, Anthony? Spider Man. Yeah, I did have some Spider Man comics, man. Like, those are great comics. I had some Batman. I had to get the Dark Knight Return comic, which was great. Let's see. I also had some. What other comics that I have? I gotta remember. Um, I might have had. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. Spider Man. Yeah, I had one of the original Spider Man comics, which was cool. Um, oh, I'm trying to remember. I had a good bit of comics. It's been so long, man. Like, I have to remember. I'm trying to remember all the comics that I had. They're not really coming straight to my mind right now. I might have an Iron Man comic. Um, you know, but I am interested to get more. Um, I would like to get some about. I want to know more about Galactus. I want to get some of his backstory. I have watched some videos about it, but I think it'd be cool though in the comics and actually learn more um, about his character. Um, and we'll see what happens. So. And everybody's making a strong emphasis on like the fact they're saying like he's not Galactus is not really a villain, but it's just a cosmic vacuum or pruning the galaxy, stuff like that. But really, and I think they'll make them more of a menacing presence and more villain like, which he should. I think uh, when that just doesn't really sound right. Like, I mean, um, I think when they say like, oh, it's not, um, uh, he's not destroying planets with emotion, so he's doing it out of necessity and for the benefit of the universe, like stuff like. I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll see how he plays out. Because whether or not what like I don't think how you interpret like doing genocide and like destroying planets, that is like definition of like an evil villain. Like if you're doing shit like that, you're evil, no matter whether you think you are or not. But that's the part. It's like that. That's what makes a good villain is when I think he probably doesn't think of himself as a villain, but doesn't mean he's not a villain. So that's my thoughts on that. But my favorite Marvel character, um, you know, overall, I think Spider Man's up there. Batman, I think Batman's probably mine. Um, Batman, Spider Man. Um, you know, also I'm trying to think. Wolverine has always been a great one. Um, uh, Wolverine's up there. It's hard for me to pick one because there's a good handful like great characters that I love and that could take that spot. You're right, Batman. Actually, I haven't been. Actually, I kind of take back everything I said. I think Batman is my number one. He's just the coolest, even though he's he's easily the one that has the most aura. You'd think it'd be Superman, and now Batman is it's just that he's just that guy, man. He's that guy. He's that guy. He is him. He is him. So Wolverine too. He is him. That's what I mean. Like it's hard to pick a one. Like it's hard to pick one. Like just one like that's over all these other ones. To me, it's hard. So, but what's your favorite character? Do you have one? Spider Man, probably. Yeah, Wolverine, Batman, Spider Man's up there. I can't really pick. Also, uh, let me think. Um, oh, there's a recent one. So, you know, and there's smaller characters that like I like some of the like characters that aren't really known as much, but get opportunities. So, in terms of like more lesser known characters, I have to say, um, Shang-Chi Shang-Chi was amazing to me. That was a great movie. Um, and I want to see more. I think he's a great Marvel character. And um, ever since, MCU is losing their heavy hitter characters, the main leads, I think he needs to be one of them. Spider Man and um, probably Reed Richards. And, you know, people are talking about that. So Spider-Man, Wolverine. Um, wait, you said who do I think will win? Well, who do you think that will win the fight? Spider-Man or Wolverine? You know, to me, that's not even okay. I think, mm, you know, I was gonna say I don't think that's a fight. I think it could be a little bit of a fight, but come on. I mean, you gotta go with Wolverine. I gotta go with Wolverine because, like, come on, like, first off, Spider Man, you know, he's cool, like he's strong and he's got spider sense, but I don't think that's stopping the mayhem that comes with Wolverine, and he also doesn't have um, he doesn't have healing factor like Wolverine. Um, but the main reason though for me is like how would Spider-Man actually stop Wolverine? Like I see more ways that Wolverine could just end Spider-Man um, than Spider-Man ending Wolverine. Like it takes I think a whole nother level character to take care of Wolverine. You know, in terms of like, I don't know. It depends on your criteria. You mean like just winning, like maybe stunning him or knocking him down? Like I don't know what you mean. If you mean like killing, I don't think there's any way Spider-Man kills Wolverine. Um, um, web his hands. I just don't think that's gonna hold overall. Like you know, and then like um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't think webbing his hands is gonna, get him the win. But you don't think so? Now listen. Okay, I I know Spider Man's webs are really strong. They're really strong. But you're telling me like, okay, if he wed right where the claws come out, you're telling me Wolverine can't just, he's not gonna be able to still cut through the web. Um, I don't. I think he can. I do think he can. So, but that would be interesting. Who? I'm trying to think of more battles. Now, hmm, yeah. I mean, well, we see. My problem though is we see a lot of that not playing out that well. Like because like for Spider-Man, because there's a lot of characters that like um even Captain America, for instance, got like he wiped his hands and got free. So and um I think um it will give them some trouble for a little bit, but I think you can always work around that. Now, um, I see your point. Also, I think I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to think of more like battles um, that would be interesting to see. Like let's see. Hold on. Um, sorry about that. Oh, okay. That's not. Yeah, yeah. I got Venom. I got Venom. Easy, easy. Um, Iron Man or Venom? Uh, it depends though. Iron Man, it depends on what version of Iron Man. Like there's a lot of Iron Man suits that are just like OP. That's like can go head to head. Like he can come up with a lot of things. But I do think Venom ultimately though. So we'll see. No? God. Let's see here. Um, I want to know, um, who do you think who do you think's a worthy opponent for Galactus? Who do you think he should fight? Here we go. You there? You there, Anthony? Here we go. Well, Anthony, I don't know if you heard me. I was trying to say, who do you think will be a good match for Galactus? Who do you think Galactus should fight? Here we go.
thinking